Good morning. Well, hello, and as you can see, my hair is showing I'm not defying lockdown. So today the topic is going to be a very fundamental one. It's going to be around the learning curve. Now, the learning curve is something which those of us in the learning development industry should be very familiar with. Essentially, the conventional, traditional learning curve looks like this. And what we got here is two axes, time and ability. So what this shows in the conventional, usual, traditional view of the learning curve is that over a period of time, in the short term, we have a lot of learning, then that decreases in speed of value, tops off, so people cease to learn, and then at the end of the time period, which could be half an hour, which could be a lifetime, it then actually starts to fall off. People start to unlearn. They get bored, they don't get the same stimulation, they lose interest, they don't get the same support. So we have three phases: a fast learning phase, a less fast but still learning phase, which then tops off very often but not always finished by a falling off in learning. That's the conventional, traditional, it isn't really entirely that way all the time view. But it has a lot of sense, because when you think about it, if we're learning something, we have initial enthusiasm, we might well have an incentive which drives us forward to learn, and therefore we pitch into it. So we learn in that first phase, usually at a faster rate. Then it is logical that whether the time frame is 20 minutes, my time at my old school was 35 minutes per class, there's a logic in that. That after that initial phase, that enthusiasm, we do tail off, and it's entirely possible that it falls off at the end. Now here's something a bit more apparently sophisticated of sorts. What this says is there's your conventional learning curve in blue, but in actual fact people's real learning curves are going to be specific to themselves, to their circumstances, to their needs, desires, opportunities, incentives, whether they want to be there or not ultimately. And for that reason, over again, whatever time period it is, whether it's for half an hour or whether it's for a lifetime, then the shape of that learning curve is going to change dramatically. Now, if you're working in a group situation, say you've got people for an hour at a time, or all day, whatever time frame you want to look at it, then think about individuals within that group. They aren't members of a group, they're individuals. They're learning at a different rate, they're learning different things, they're thinking back or looking forward or thinking about tonight's shopping, what they're going to do after work or whatever. But essentially, what people are having is a differently shaped learning journey constantly throughout whatever it is you're doing with them. Some people will learn quickly and then top off. Some people will learn quickly and carry on learning quickly. Some people will not learn at all. They'll just say, well, I've done all this before, I haven't told me anything I didn't know already, and therefore they'll flatline pretty soon that they start. And then you get the phone and text watchers who drop in, drop out. The essential thing is that whatever you're doing, whatever size group of one, which I always think is best, group of however many, I've worked in groups of hundreds, I really have, at conferences and stuff. Every one of those people is going through a differently shaped, differently paced learning journey, and that learning journey, the shape of it, is something that should bother us. We should be trying to reach as many people as possible, recognizing we can't reach them all. There you go. I hope that helps. Bye for now.